These were the scenes in Argentina as their side came back from 2-0 down to defeat Egypt and book a place in the quarter-finals. The defending champions are still alive, but only just. The lineup is then complete then for the quarter-finals. Frank's taking us all on his boat tomorrow as we have a day off. We're looking forward to that. But before that, there's a little matter of what happened today. Two big results. Welcome into the ESPN FC studios. I'm Dan Thomas, joined by Frank Leboeuf, Shaka Hislop, and Julien Laurens joins us as well. What a treat. We'll talk about Switzerland against Egypt a little bit. It's Switzerland against Colombia a little later on. But let's kick things off with Argentina against Egypt. What a game this was. It would be Egypt who would open the scoring in the 15th minute. Brilliant header. We'd see Lionel Messi then have a penalty save. That's 2 pens in a row that he's failed to convert. Argentina then dominated the first half. Some great saves, though, from the Egyptian goalkeeper. We take it into the second half. Egypt thought that they'd made it 2-0, but VAR chalked off the goal for a foul earlier on in the move. However, 10 minutes later, Egypt do score, and this one counts as Zico doubles their lead. At that stage, you thought, where is the inspiration from Argentina going to come? But with 11 minutes to go, Romero makes it 2-1. Lionel Messi then gets the equaliser, and Fernandez late on sees Argentina come from behind to beat Egypt by 3-2. To get an AFCON perspective on all of this, Colin Udoh is with us. We'll be hearing from Colin in a moment. But Frank, what a game from Argentina. Again, they almost lost to Cape Verde and they almost lose this time.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane. First, I want to say you're not invited on the boat because you're seasick all the time. So
right, whatever. Okay, it may have something to do with the company.
Let's talk about soccer now. That was exceptional in terms of scenario. I didn't expect that, but we thought that Argentina got a first warning against Cape Verde, and we'll learn about that lesson. But they did the same again against a very courageous Egypt team. And it could have been worse, but they managed to, in so much a teeny tiny time, come back and survive to that last 32. But even if you can be critical towards Messi about the penalty missed, the guy is still the master of orchestra of that team. And if you don't have him, I have question marks about the rest of the team. They work hard for him, but they need him, desperately need him.
Did they come back today because of Messi?
He certainly played a big role in it. No question about that. I, like most, thought that at 2-0 and 25 minutes ago, that there was simply no way back for Argentina.
Shaka, it was the 79th minute.
And then Lionel Messi continues to orchestrate. Now, while Argentina were frustrated, and more to the point, maybe Egypt did a really good job in kind of preventing some of those through balls around the blind side that Argentina kept looking for. Lionel Messi drifts out wide, puts a cross into Romero, and Egypt have found out. Just from that long aerial ball, I want to feel it's as much tired legs as anything. The game is a whole lot tougher, a whole lot more tiring when you don't have the ball, and Egypt didn't spend any time in possession, and eventually just told.
What a performance from the defending champions in the end.
Yeah, you have to appreciate the character, for sure. I mean, Messi, of course, the assist on the Romero goal, first of all, and then once it's 2-1, I think we all knew they were going to come back, and Messi's goal is fantastic. The way he hits it just after the rebound too is great, but they have that character. They've got flows. They lack pace, since Di Maria retired. Even with Nico Gonzalez coming on, they lack width as well because only the fullbacks do that. But when they have Messi in that kind of form like he's been in this World Cup, you can never count them out.
What a juxtaposition to the conversation we were having about Ronaldo.
Well, the thing is, what you have, and Ronaldo, I think, tools were mostly at the time when he was at his best, the pace that he could put in the game, but the physical aspect of his talent were also very important. Where Messi is like from his best time, where he was maybe 25, 26, to now, we don't see a change. He's still accurate, he's still very precise, he's still very skillful, of course, and technically perfect. And the vision is great because it's not only about himself, it's also about assisting other players. So everything is perfect at 39. It's like he never changed and didn't need to change his football. Ronaldo had to adjust, being from the left side to the middle and working more as a striker. than Messi doesn't move from his position and he's still very accurate. So I don't know if there is a debate. They didn't play the same position for me. They were two great players, but Messi is still at the top of the top.
Before the start of this tournament, I went on SportsCenter and they asked me about Argentina's prospects, and I said, don't worry about them. They're 4 years older. I don't think they're going to go very far in this tournament. Lionel Messi now playing in MLS. How could I have been so wrong?
Well,
again.
I'm with you.
I'll join you.
Thank you, Shaka.
In
Can those response to the TikToks please also mention?
I'll join you in being as wrong as I was. I also felt that 12 months ago, you kind of got a hint of that, albeit Lionel Messi with Inter Miami in the Club World Cup, and it's a very different supporting cast, I get that, but he didn't have the kind of impacts in that tournament that you would expect of Lionel Messi, or you saw from him in 2022. So I think it was an easy conclusion to draw. And then all of a sudden, this tournament starts, and again, Lionel Messi just rolled the years back in a way that nobody saw. You kind of take these performances, take his numbers for granted. In MLS, you didn't see it in the Club World Cup, and then he has once again just come to life in a way that nobody's expecting. And maybe it's partly because he's not playing with the same pressure that you'd seen in previous editions of the World Cup, because they wanted to in 22, and he's just having the time of his life.
Did you see this coming, Jules?
I mean, yes and no. They haven't played anybody, right? And it's not me dissing them. It's just the fact that they haven't played one of the best teams in the world yet. And then the quarterfinals, they won against Egypt. No offense to Egypt, this is not a great team. Mo Salah is not the great player that he used to be. This is a strong collective. They can defend, but we show their limitations today, despite the great second goal that they scored. Before that, it was Cape Verde, and then their group stage was easy for Argentina. So for me, the first real test comes with Switzerland, a really well-organized, strong physically team. Argentina haven't really played any European teams in the last 4 years, since the last World Cup when they beat us in the final. And I think it's another challenge to play a team like Switzerland than it is to play any team that they've played so far really in this tournament. But on the other hand, they're still a team that works really hard for Messi. Messi is still a magician, and they will always have something a bit different, like the cross from Lautaro Martinez for the Enzo header today. Not many teams can play like that on the counter. So plus the experience, plus Scaloni, they were always going to be good, but I'm still waiting to see how they would do against a much better team than what they faced so far.
Colin, talk to me about Messi.
So I think Jules just took the words right out of my mouth. I think that Messi is a little bit like Neo. It's a glitch in the Matrix. And the fact that he's been doing it for so long, I think it's absolutely amazing. However, I do really agree with Jules. They haven't really played anybody. When you look at the group stage, they kind of cruise to, and that, again, that's the benefit of having a 48-team World Cup. It means that the top teams are going to go through the group more or less at a canter, and then you go to a round of 32. It's about the same thing where they face Cape Verde. Cape Verde didn't come into that game hoping to win. Egypt put up a fight, but they are not of the class of, say, the Germanys, the Englands, the Frances, the Spains, and so on. So if any of those teams, and with respect to Germany who are out, if they get 2 goals against Argentina, they're not coming back, Messi or no Messi. So I think that until Argentina face a proper team, I don't think Switzerland are one of those, because, I mean, even if you look at the record, they've only met twice. And I think the last time was in 2014. I think I was in the stadium that day. They beat them 1-0 again. It was Messi, Di Maria. I think that eventually, when they do come up against proper opposition, I don't think Argentina would advance very far.